Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome. Sounds like there is some sirens going off in the background.
More breakers find them first, triggering in-car alerts.
I think iPad 6, we have a little bit of background sound from you. Sounds like there's something on the TV, maybe.
Passes them in central Sydney.
I think that sounds like that was the news. How's everybody today, and welcome to today's presentation. I am very excited to be able to share some really exciting things with you today. Today we actually did some testing, but we'll talk about that a little bit later in the week. And it is so great to have you. I would love to get to know a little bit of you more. So I would love to ask you if you'd like to introduce yourself to do so while we wait for perhaps a few more people to come in and join us. Would anybody like to introduce themselves? And yes, let me welcome you. Or is everybody very shy, perhaps? Perhaps Mary Lou and Ethel, if you are there. So my team is here as well. Mary Lou and Ethel do all the back end work and help me and prepare everything for making this event the most amazing event that it can be. So perhaps you would like to introduce yourself first, and then we can slowly get started. So you may have already seen the introduction screen, and I am really excited to be able to share what we're going to be talking about tonight. So today is all about how to trade Forex without risking your own capital, which is a really exciting topic. And yes, a lot of people love Forex. A lot of people love to put in the time and the effort. And we're going to be talking about simplifying it and how to do it in a slightly different way. I want to make sure that it is something that is going to be a little bit at beginner level for everybody, so that we're not going to lose anybody. So we're going to make sure that it is very, very easy for you all to be able to follow. And I think Mary Lou and Ethel have introduced themselves in the chat, but maybe you can introduce yourself with your voice as well, so that we can maybe get everybody to do the same, and then we'll slowly get into it, because we've already got quite a few people. We might have a few more joining as the time goes on, and then once you've introduced yourselves, then we'll get into the presentation itself.
Hi there.
Hello, everyone. Okay, Ethel, go ahead.
Yeah.
Everybody introducing themselves at the same time.
Okay, so hi there. Good evening. By the way, my name is Ethel. So I've been working with Menno for quite some time, like almost, I think 2 years in July.
Yes.
Oh, it's already 2 years. Yeah.
It's already been over 2 years. Oh.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah, it's good to see you all here, and I hope we will enjoy this webinar, this live boot camp. And I believe that after this, you will definitely learn a lot of things about Forex trading. So, I'm also new about this. So, it's also everything is a fresh breath air, a fresh air, something new to me.
Breath
So,
of
yeah,
fresh air. Yes.
yeah, breath of fresh air. So, um, yeah, let's just enjoy whatever things or whatever lesson that we will learn today. So, if you need
So I think
anything, you
Ethel.
can send
Yes, go
a
ahead.
chat message, or if you have some questions, you can just type in your questions in the chat. So thank you so much.
Yes, Mary Lou and Ethel will be looking after any questions or any technical difficulties or anything else that you need any assistance with. So feel free to reach out. I might keep presenting for most of the time. Obviously, if you have questions, you can also ask me as well. But if there's anything technical, just let Ethel or Mary Lou know, and they will help look after that. And let me know if there's anything that I need to pay attention to. And while Ethel might be relatively new to all things Forex, Mary Lou isn't as much. She's actually been testing some of the strategies that we are working on, which was very exciting today. We made a bit of a breakthrough with one of them. And even though Ethel might not be so up on the Forex, she is extremely good at all of the back end and all of the things that we do to make tonight really special. So thank you, Ethel. And Mary Lou, would you quickly like to introduce yourself as well? And then anybody else that wants to introduce themselves can. And then it's already 7:36, so we'll get into the presentation, because I think most people will have had the chance to be fashionably late and have arrived by this stage.
Yep. Hello, everyone. A quick hello to all. And yes, I'm very excited also in this event for tonight, because yeah, as what I have Menno said, we are testing for almost quite a time now. So I'm very excited also on this, and hope you all enjoy tonight. And Menno will give you all his knowledge. Thanks.
Okay, amazing. Would anybody else like to introduce themselves as well? I think we have Stephen in the background with the microphone still on. Does that mean that you want to introduce yourself, or did you accidentally forget to mute yourself?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Feel free to introduce yourself if you like. If you're still alive. Okay, so that's the introductions in that case. We are going to get into the presentation, which is what everybody is here for. This has given everybody a chance to turn up. Let's get into the presentation. I'm going to quickly share the screen, and then we will get into the presentation. Here we go. And I think somebody still has their microphone on, which is okay, but might be good for us to be able to get into this one. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the music off for a moment. Also, I need to do a quick shout out and say hello to everybody that is on Facebook, because we are also live on Facebook. So to everybody watching online, welcome as well. And yes, if you'd like to jump across, you certainly can. Mary Lou and Ethel, my VAs, will send you through a link if you'd like to join live with us, in person, that is. And then you are most welcome to do that as well, or you can keep watching online, but you'll be able to interact and you'll be able to participate in the activities a little bit easier when you are with us in person. So today we are going to be talking about the really exciting how to trade Forex without risking your own capital, because who really wants to risk their own capital when it comes to doing things? So we can do things one of two different ways. We can do things the difficult way, the long way. We can do things the challenging way, or we can find the smarter, the quicker, the easier way. And that's what we're going to be talking about over the next 5 days, which is very exciting. So in day one, we're going to do an overview of what Forex is and why Forex is a really good alternative for you. And that is what we're going to start off with. So let's get into it. The first question I have for everybody is, do you have the need? Do you have the need for financial speed? Because when it comes to trading, when it comes to investing, we can do things the slow way. We can put our money into the bank, and the bank at the moment definitely isn't paying very much. So the question is whether you are happy to do it the slow way or whether you want to do it a little bit faster and make sure that you are going to be able to get the results a little bit quicker rather than having to wait years. So there are certain strategies out there that are going to be able to get you 3% per month, for example. And there are other strategies that are able to get you 3% per year, 4% per year if you are lucky. And let me just see if I can jump in and mute Rashid while I am still in here, because I think he's forgotten to turn off his microphone. Let me see if I can find him. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So do you have the need for financial speed? If you do, then you are definitely in the right place. So my name is Menno, and I have been a business coach, business owner, and investor for a very long time by this stage. I started when I was at university. I was always very interested in business and had my own cafe in Sydney and was a business coach after that and got deeper and deeper into my investing. I used to do stocks and options, which I found very exciting until I found Forex and discovered that it is a faster and can be an even better strategy if you have a safe strategy and a strategy that is going to work properly for you. So I've been working on that for close to 2 years by this stage, and we've started doing some very exciting things that I'm going to talk about over the next 5 days. Because when it comes to investing in Forex, there are some ways that are going to probably make you go a little bit crazy and tire you out. And there are methods that are going to be a lot simpler that are going to get you better results. Because one thing that I learned in business is that when it comes to the effort and the time that you put in, when you put in less time, you generally get a bigger and better result. Now, I know that that sounds really counterintuitive, but there is this law in life. There's a law in the world that we live in where the people, very often the wealthiest people, generally put in less time and effort, and the poorer people are the ones that put in most of the time. So the question is, which one do you want to be? Do you want to put in a lot of time and effort for an average result, or do you want to find a way to be able to work less for a greater return? And that is what we are looking at today. So that's a little bit about me, and you are most welcome to ask me some questions at the end if you have any other questions with regards to some of my past or other things like that. And at the very end of the 5-day challenge, there's also an opportunity to be able to book a session with me, which is absolutely free, in order to be able to ask me some questions, discover some more, and find out what we are all about. So we are going to get started. I'd like to ask you the following question. Who do you lend your $100 to if you had to lend your $100 to one of two different people? There is person A and there is person B. Person A is going to give you $115 back. And person B is going to give you back 108. So what I'm going to do for a moment is I'm going to put you into groups, and I'm going to get you to discuss who you are going to lend your money to. And I want you to discuss with your group who you are going to lend your money to. Let me quickly stop the sharing and put you into little groups so that you can discuss. And I'd like to encourage everybody, if you want to turn on your screen so that you can actually talk to each other and see each other. I know that everybody likes to hide online, but you're going to get really amazing results, and you're going to meet some new amazing people if you do turn on your screen. But let's put you into little groups for now. And yes, I'd like to encourage everybody to turn on their screens, and we'll put you into 2 breakout rooms. Nice to see you, Joseph. Thank you for sharing your screen there. And let's put you into little groups and see, hopefully everybody is online. And yes, let's see, I'm just going to move this one. Let's have a look. No, that's perfect. Okay, off we go. So you can join your rooms now. And Joseph is in. Okay, so feel free to join your rooms and you can have a discussion on who you are going to lend your money to. So Mike and iPhone 6, feel free to join your rooms. And I'll come and join the rooms as well in just a moment to see how you're all going. So for those of you on Facebook, I'm going to quickly jump into the breakout rooms now, and I'm going to see how everybody is going and seeing what they come up with regards to this first task. And then I'll be back and I'll see you when I get back on the other side. And I see Mike is also joining. Perfect. And iPhone, you are welcome to join when you are ready as well. Oh, did I end up back in the, oh, no, this is the main room again. So I see that some of you have already joined back in the main room. So welcome back. And I see everybody slowly starting to come back, even though you still had 60 seconds. And for everybody that is on the Facebook Live, we've just closed the breakout rooms after discussing that question of who everybody wants to lend their $100 to, whether it's person A that's going to pay 115 or person B that's paying 108. And there were already some good ideas that have started to come up. People were starting to question whether it was a trick question and whether they needed to discuss a little bit deeper. So let's see. Everybody else is slowly joining back in because we had a time limit and it automatically brings everybody back into the main room. And I think that that has now happened. Yes, I think everybody is back in. I'm just going to, Rashid has just muted himself, which is perfect. But feel free to share your screen if you like. And we're just going to go back to the presentation. Let me share the screen again. So would anybody like to share what kinds of ideas you've come up with so far in your discussions? Don't be shy, don't be shy.
My team, because Rashid already only voted for 115.
Yes. Okay, that was group one.
How about you, Joseph? Maybe you can also share.
I don't bite. No need to be scared.
All right. So I chose with 115.
Yes.
But something new came up as well that I learned, that it's what's the term.
Yes. So that is indeed what I wanted to highlight with this exercise. So I'm very glad that some of you started to come up with that. So I know that Saud already mentioned that, and he mentioned that it would be important or it'd be okay to go for the 115 as long as the terms were the same. But if the time frame was different, then obviously his choice would be a little bit different. So let's have a look here. So that's the 108. And so that was the question. And then we discussed it already. So in the discussion, what I was hoping would come up is the fact that 108 or that 115, obviously 115 sounds a lot nicer, but if it takes you a year to earn that 115, but if you can get that 108 return in just 1 month or in 1 week, then obviously that is going to be a lot better. And after 1 year, you're going to have a lot more than 115 rather than having to wait for that full year. And so whenever we're investing, it's really important to have a think about how quickly am I going to get my money back? What is it that's going to work a little bit better? And I can tell you a quick story because I used to own a cafe. And there used to be a technique that I used in order to be able to find suppliers. And obviously I needed to get fruits and vegetables and general foodstuffs and different other things like this. And there are a million different suppliers out there. And it's impossible to have a look at 100 of them and be able to judge them against each other. So a trick that I would use is I would choose 3 different suppliers and I'd ask them to give me a price estimate. And I'd tell them that they needed to obviously be able to give very good quality food for that price estimate. So they would all write me a quote and I would then choose the one that I thought was the best, not necessarily on price, but the one that I thought was going to give the best value for money. So there might be one that was the cheapest, but they weren't necessarily going to give me the best quality food. So I wouldn't use them. I'd use probably more the middle one, the one that was medium range price, but could give me very good quality food. So that was very important for the cafe. And that's how I then chose them. Once I chose my supplier, 6 months later, I would then take that supplier and compare them to 2 others, completely new ones. And I would again get them to write me a quote, including the one that I was already working with. And I would see whether I could get better quality at a better price compared to the one that I already had. And the one that I already had knew that if I was going to keep doing this month after or every 6 months, that they would have to make sure that they kept delivering good quality, because very often in the cafe business, the suppliers will first give you really good quality, and then it will slowly get a little bit less, because obviously they want to attract new customers. So they're going to give them the better quality, and then they only have not so good quality left, and they have to give it to everybody that was already a customer. So by keeping them honest that way, I was always able to keep on top of the game, and I was able to find the best outcomes. So when it comes to investing, we want to do the same thing. So from the time that I have been investing, I have been doing different kinds of investments. So I've owned the cafe. I used to do stocks. Then I learned that stock options could get me a better return than just stocks by themselves. Then I started looking into Forex. Then I looked into better ways of doing Forex. So if you are continually looking for better ways of doing things, if you're looking for higher returns, if you're looking for better returns, and you don't necessarily want to look for a higher risk investment, but you want to find something that has potentially the same kind of risk, but it has a better return, then of course you're going to be able to earn a lot more money over time than if you just stay with the thing that you learned at the very beginning, which might only get you average results, as opposed to always looking for something that's a little bit better, a little bit better, and a little bit better. So that is one of the reasons why I decided to choose Forex, because as I said, I started out with stocks and then moved to stock options and then moved across to Forex. And here is the reason why I moved across to Forex. So I recently did a comparison between Apple stocks and gold as a foreign exchange, because you can also buy gold as a foreign exchange, for those of you who did not know that. And I did this for a 1 week investment. So I took Apple and I took gold and I just invested, and I just had a look at what the return was after 1 week. And my investment in Apple had made, let me see, $20, and my Forex had made, I invested $20 in total, and the Forex for the week, just buying and selling, would have made me $7, and the Forex for the week in the correct direction, if I avoided any of the wrong direction trades, would have made $9, and the shares for the whole week would have made 20 cents. And that's off of a $20 investment, which means that you're going to potentially get more bang for your buck if you are investing in Forex than if you're investing in shares. Now, of course, there are times when you can find shares that are going to outperform Forex. There are times when you might find Forex that's going to outperform shares. But overall, I tend to find that Forex moves a lot quicker. And if you are trading Forex, then you're going to be able to make more in those trades than if you are just buying and holding shares for a certain period of time. And it's that speed, it's that ability to make money a little bit quicker and at higher levels that really appealed to me. The need for speed in the investing. The other reason is because when stocks go up, we can make money. But when stocks go down, we lose money or we have to fulfill extra criteria. So has anybody heard of shorting stocks? And don't all shout at once, obviously. I think, Joseph, you are wanting to answer?
Do you sell when it is going down and then buy when it is going up?
So shorting a stock means that you are estimating that it's going to go down. So technically you are buying to sell at the top and then rebuying back at the bottom. But to do that, you need to fulfill extra criteria. So in the US, you have to be, I think, an accredited investor nowadays, and they're making it more and more difficult for you to be able to do that. So in America, for most investors, all they can do is buy shares in order to make money on the way up, but they're not able to make money on the way down. And absolutely, you are right, Joseph. So it's a way to be able to make money as the stocks go down. you're betting against that company. But with Forex, you can make money when the market is going up, but you can also make money on the way down, and you don't have to fulfill any extra criteria for that, which means that as the market goes up, you can make money. As the market goes down, you can make money. Whereas with stocks, when the market goes up, you can make money. And then when it goes down, you have to potentially wait, or you have to dollar cost average on the way down, which means buying more shares at the lower price, waiting for it to go back up. Now, the challenge with that is it's definitely not what I like to talk about, which is the need for financial speed, because I'm a bit of a Top Gun Maverick fan in that sense. I love driving a little bit faster. I love fast planes and those kinds of things. And it's not really a very fast way of doing it. When I was at university, I bought some shares and the company had been doing very badly. And I knew that the price was at a very big discount. So it was very, very good. But it took 11 years for that stock to come back to its original price, 13 years for it to make a profit. And I had to wait 15 years before I could sell it at the price that I wanted to sell it for. I thought that it would probably come back a lot quicker. It was a supermarket. It was the largest in the country. I thought that it was definitely going to increase. But as we'll talk about throughout the rest of the week, the stock market, as well as Forex, but the stock market even more so, is really reliant on psychology, the psychology of the people buying and selling, rather than how well the company is actually doing, how good the company actually is. Because as a company, that company should have come back much more quickly. It was the largest in the country. It was the market leader. It had the largest market share, which would logically mean that it's going to be at a much higher price than it was. And it just took a really, really long time. So for that profit, if I would have known about Forex back in those days, I probably could have made a lot more money in those 15 years than me having to wait for it to get that small profit, as opposed to making lots of small profits over that 15-year period. So hopefully everybody understands that that is possible. Does anybody have any questions? Would anybody like to share anything about what we have talked about so far? Hopefully that means that I was very clear and that it makes sense to everybody. Okay, so Forex 101. So we are going to do a little bit of an exercise, and we're going to roll some dice. And let me see, this is the investment game, a spreadsheet. Actually, first of all, we're just going to roll the dice, and I'm going to get everybody to make a prediction on what they think the dice roll is going to be. So if you need some time to get a pen and paper, please do that. I've got my pen and paper right here. I think you can, yeah, you should still be able to see me even though I am screen sharing. So first of all, we're going to open the dice here. And I'd like you to make a guess as to whether you think the dice is going to be odd or even. So we're going to be rolling 2 dice, and I want you to make a prediction, and then we are going to roll the dice. So let me know. Maybe you can put your hands up when you are ready and you have made your prediction. So make your first prediction as to whether you think the dice is going to go up or down. And I was going to demonstrate and put my hand up, but let's have a look. I can only recognize hand gestures because I am the person running the event. So I can't actually put my hand up. So if you've made your first prediction, odd or even, and then we're going to roll the dice. Okay, I'll assume that everybody's made their prediction. I'm going to roll the dice, and we ended up on a 9. Who was correct and who was not correct with that one? Anybody like to share? Everybody's very shy, but somebody's shared in the chat, which is also fine. And Mary Lou said that she was wrong. Okay, let's do it one more time. So make your prediction whether it is odd or even. And this will make sense in just a second. Okay, everybody got their prediction. Let's roll. This time it's a 4. Did you have it right or wrong this time around? And let's have a look. Mary Lou is correct this time. Okay, we're going to do one more. So odd or even, make your predictions. And here we go. So this time it was a 7. Were you right or wrong this time? Let's see if Mary Lou was right or wrong this time. And wrong this time around. And Saud also shared that he was wrong the last time, I think. Okay. So why am I doing this exercise with you? Let me just share. So in essence, when it comes to investing in Forex, there is 2 directions that the market can take. It can either go up or it can go down. Now, obviously, if you are doing Forex without doing any research, without really looking at anything, it's just like rolling dice, and you've got just as much chance to be wrong as you do that you're right. And over time, you are most probably going to be wrong more often than that you are going to be right. When we are just guessing, we are not really going to get anywhere. So we need to start developing a strategy, and we'll be talking more about that tomorrow, in order to be able to move away from just pure chance and more towards actually having a better idea of what is happening. And then we'll have a look beyond that in the next couple of days, how to go beyond even looking at just the strategy, but how to spend even less time on it and make even more. And we'll talk about why or how that could work. But if that is something that you are interested in, then definitely you are in the right place. So we are going to play another little game now, and you're going to need this spreadsheet. So again, you can write all of this down. Let me just open the spreadsheet so you can see how it works. You can also, actually, last time I think we shared the spreadsheet. So feel free to, I think Mary Lou and Ethel will copy the spreadsheet and share it in the chat so that you can also open up the spreadsheet and put in your numbers. So if you can share that one with everybody, Ethel and Mary Lou, I'll just close the dice because we have finished with those ones. And then I'll show you how we are going to play this game. So we're going to invest a number of times. There we go. And that is the document. So you might want to copy everything and put it into a new document, because that way everybody's not going to be writing on top of each other, because then it won't work. But if you copy that one across, then you'll be able to do that one and you'll be able to play along. So you can copy that into a new sheet and then save it. So we are going to look at ups and downs, and there's going to be a number of investments that we're going to make. So anything that is red, you don't change that one. You only put in numbers where it is black or where it is empty. So we're going to start with a starting balance, and we're all going to start with, let's start with 50,000. So everybody's going to start with 50,000. So you can see that's 50,000 just there. And then we're going to make a guess on the direction that we're going to take. So you need to guess whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. And then we're going to let you decide yourself how much you'd like to invest. So out of that 50,000, I might say I want to invest 2,000 if I am a little bit more conservative, or if I am a little bit more happy to risk, then I might put in, let's say, for example, 20,000 or 30,000 even, or 40,000. So you can invest as much as you like or as little as you like. And then we're going to write down the actual direction, and then it will automatically calculate whether you are correct or not. And then it will do the profit and loss. So Put your first guess here as to whether it's going to go up or whether you think it's going to go down. And then put your amount that you want to invest. And then we will let you know what the actual direction was that came up out of it. And we will use the dice to decide which direction it has gone in. And then you'll get your return automatically, and it will automatically calculate your profit and loss. Is everybody ready and excited to play the game? I am sure you all are. Let's have a look. Somebody said something. Mary Lou is ready. Okay, let's go. I will open up the dice again. I should have it as a history in here. Let's open that one back up. There we go. Okay, so I'd like you to make your first prediction. And I'll see if I can put this down a little bit so that I can see both at the same time. And where has it gone? Okay, here we go. So that should open that one up again. Okay. So place your first prediction and how much you'd like to invest, and then we'll get started. Okay, let me know when you are ready. If everybody's put down their prediction, and don't be biased by what I put here. Let's just get rid of that one. I'd like you to put your own, and then we'll see how you all go. Okay, so let's roll the first one. So if it is going to be even, we'll say that it's gone up. And if it's odd, we'll say that it's gone down. Okay, here we go. So the first one is even. So that one is up. So that one is up. And then once you have completed that one, you can put in the result. If it was up and you had up, then it will automatically calculate the correct amount. So if we put in 2000, you'll see that it gives me my profit in this case. And then I'll get you to put your second guess in, and we will continue for a few turns of that. Okay, so place your second prediction, and then let's see what it comes up with. Everybody place their prediction. Okay, let's go. So the next one is 10, so it's gone up again. And then I'll get you to place your next prediction. And we'll go one more time. And Fred has just joined. We'll let Fred in as well. So everybody got their third prediction. Here we go. And the next one is 6, so we're up again. Wow, that's 3 ups in a row. Does everybody still have some money left? How are you going, Mary Lou and Ethel? Both still have some money left? Or did you put such a big amount that you are now out of money? Have a look. Mary Lou still has some money left. Perfect. Okay, place your next bet. And Mary Lou, Ethel, maybe you can send a message to Fred so he knows what we are doing and how he can join in. And so we are just playing an investment game. And Mary Lou and Ethel will explain if you are uncertain. And we'll just roll the dice again for the next prediction. And it's 11. So this time we are going down. So this time we have an odd number. Okay, so everybody play. Oops, we'll ignore that one. So place your next prediction and we'll see whether it's going to be up or down again this time around. And then once you've placed your prediction, we will put that one through again. Let's have a look. Fred says hello. Hello, Fred. And Fred says up. So we might need to make sure that you have the spreadsheet first as well, because that way you can actually calculate how you are doing. There we go. So that's the spreadsheet there. So you guess the direction just here. You put the amount that you'd like to invest. You have 50,000 to start off with, and you can invest as little or as much as you like. And then this is where the final result comes in, and then it will automatically calculate your profit or loss. So we will continue. So you can put in your amounts as well. And let's bring the dice back up. Okay, if everybody is ready, we will roll one more time. So the next one is 4. So that's another up. Hopefully you all had up for that one and put a lot of money in. Hopefully, big bet. Okay, if everybody can place their bets again. And we'll do it 2 more times. So have your bets ready. And then here we go. This one is down. So that's a 3 for that one. And place your bets again. And then we'll roll 1 more time. Here we go. And this is a 9. So it's another down. And then Fred, I might give you 3 more. So you can put your bet and I'll roll the dice. And then we'll see if you can catch up to everybody else so that you have about the same amount of turns. So place your bet and then I'll roll the dice. Let me know when you're ready. Let's have a look. Oops. And yes, so Mary Lou's just explained, or Ethel's just explained. So place your bets and the next one is 10. So that's up. And then I'll get you to place your bet again. We'll do 2 more. Okay, if you've placed your bet, the next one is going to be 5. So that one is down. And we'll do 1 more. So place your bets. And here we go. The next one is 11. So down again. So would everybody like to share what your results were once you have calculated all of those? So feel free in the chat to let us know what your ultimate result was in that exercise. Don't be too shy. Don't all shout at once. I'm sure Mary Lou's calculated everything because she's always very good at, she loves calculating. I think she's still calculating though. Anybody else have their results? And is there anything that you noticed or anything that you'd like to share about that exercise? Everybody's so shy tonight. You remind me of me when I was about 12 years old. I was really outgoing and not shy at all when I was probably about 2 years old till 12 years old. And then I had a bit of a shy period. And then after that, I had a coming out again and I stopped being shy. Aha, so Mary Lou didn't manage to, but who did? Who did actually implement? So Mary Lou was very diligent on the first one, but she's actually been testing the strategy, the next strategy that we're working on for what we're going to be sharing throughout the week, and your ability to be able to join in on some of the Forex things that we have been creating, and the improved system from what you might be doing right now. Okay, everybody very shy tonight. That's okay. So what I would like you to get from this exercise is that in this case, it's still very random, but there's only 2 directions that can be correct or incorrect. Now, the return is only 5, even though, so it's, if we are correct, we are not going to make that much. If we are incorrect, we're going to lose quite a bit. So if I predicted down on this one here, down, and I predicted that it's, and let's say that I put 3,000 in, then if it's up instead of down, then I'm going to lose 3,000 as opposed to winning 100 before. So I have gone from 50,000 to 47,100. So the idea being that if we want to be safe, there are strategies on how much to put into a trade, how to do things in a certain way, and to make sure that we are investing in things that are a little bit safer. So if we only put in a small amount, then we are not necessarily going to lose as much. And if we would have created a strategy for the game, we might have had a different kind of outcome. Now, a lot of people, if you play this for quite a while, a lot of people are going to end up bankrupting. And one of the best ways is to play it a little bit safer, just like we've done here. But the other thing that I want you to get out of this is that this is still relatively dangerous because we don't really have any information as to what is going to happen. But if I told you that there's a very good chance that the next 3 are going to be up, and I had a specific reason why I thought that the next 3 would be up, would you put a little bit more in, or would you stay cautious and hold back a little bit? Who would like to say what you think you would do in this case if I said that the next 3 are more likely to be up? Please share in the chat, or you can turn on your microphones and share there as well. Okay, everybody's in the chat today. And Mary Lou's actually put in her numbers. And there we go. I'm actually going to share that because I realize that I can. So she's predicted up, up, up. Oh, wow. So Mary Lou has got, for some reason, you actually had a couple that were correct that it says incorrect. Not sure how it managed to do that. This one was definitely incorrect. This one was correct. So eventually you did lose a little bit of money. So it's important to realize in this case that it is important to analyze the odds, analyze how much you are potentially making and how much you are potentially losing, because this is actually a very bad investment because you're making far too little for the amount that you are losing in this regard. So that's another thing to really pay attention to. So when it comes to your Forex strategy, you want to make sure that it's going to have a much bigger return than the potential loss. And that is also another very important Forex rule. Okay, let's go back to the presentation. So that was our investment game. Here we go. Now, I'm going to leave something with you in order to be able to have a think about and prepare for tomorrow. So you'll notice that there are a number of graphs here, and I have pointed out one of those positions every single time. Now, for your homework, I want you to have a look at all of these. You can take a screenshot if you like. You can take a photo of the screen if you like. I'm going to show you a number of these different candle charts. And I want you to have a think about, and it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or not, there is a very simple clue as to what is going on. And I'm going to leave that as a bit of home play. It's really not that difficult at all. So take a screenshot. And this is going to be something that I'm going to be discussing with you tomorrow. This is how you are going to, or this is one method that you can use in order to be able to reduce the gambling side, reduce the amount of randomness that you have, that we had in the games. And this is going to be how we are going to start creating the first strategy to improving our results. So take a screenshot of this page, and then I'm going to head over to the next one. And then I want you to take a screenshot of this one here as well. And I'll give you a few seconds to be able to do that. And we'll just let Mladen in, even though unfortunately it's only 6 more minutes till we are actually finishing, but it will be good to see Mladen anyhow. And then I'll get you to take a screenshot of this page here. And once you have been able to take a screenshot of that one, then I'm going to change it to the next one. It's really challenging to know when you have all finished because you're all so shy and so quiet, but that's okay. And so that should give you enough time. And then I'll get you to take a screenshot of this one. And then also the one after this, and that's this one here. And we'll do another one. This is another one just here. And this one as well. And I can't remember how many there are. There's one more. Maybe there's another one. We will see. Oh, there's a lot of them out there. Yes. There we go. So that is what we're going to be having a look at tomorrow, what those graphs mean and how those graphs can help you to reduce the amount of gambling or chance that you are experiencing with regards to your Forex, and how to start creating these strategies based around that one arrow on each of those. So have a look at those tonight or tomorrow during the day when you have a chance. See if you can figure out what is going on. It will expand your brain, which is one of the most important things when it comes to Forex and being able to stand on your own feet in that sense and being able to create opportunities for yourself. So that was a very basic introduction. Tomorrow we will continue and we will have some more exciting things to share with you. And eventually we're going to come up with a strategy. We're going to talk about the strategy that we've already created that you can be a part of, and how to make it simpler and faster once we have gone through some of those basics. So if you enjoyed today, you can book a call. There was a link there with regards to, or you can send an email or give us a call. Or you can send a message to Mary Lou and Ethel, and they can book a session with me as well. So this is the 5-day challenge. This was day 1, the overview. What is Forex and why Forex? Hopefully you've learned some really amazing things with regards to how to remove some of the chance, why Forex is such a great opportunity. Obviously, you need to make sure that you know what you are doing. Very, very big disclaimer on that one. You want to make sure that you are learning as much as possible and that you are creating a safer strategy, which is what we were also talking about today. Tomorrow, day 2. Very exciting because we're going to talk about stop losing money in Forex, avoid the biggest mistake that people make. And that is something that you definitely want to be a part of and learn from. Day 3, unleashing the secret to creating profitable Forex algorithms. So if you are interested in that kind of thing, definitely make sure you join us for that one. And I'm just going to quickly check before I talk about day 4. I think that, yes, Mary Lou's just sent through some links for you to be able to get in touch with me. And then day 4, advanced Forex tools for smarter trading. And day 5 is going to be Forex trading success stories. And that is definitely one of my favorite days. So there's a lot of really amazing things still to look forward to. And yes, I am looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I want to say thank you for joining. Hopefully you're all a little bit less shy. I definitely don't bite, and I'm looking forward to sharing, because we're going to go a lot deeper. Today was just the tip of the iceberg, the easing in, and we're going to have a look at those graphs and how you can figure out how to make Forex less challenging for yourself, how to get better results, how to make it a little bit easier, and how to do it in a way that it is going to be a lot more fun, take a lot less time, and get better results along the way. So thank you to everybody for joining. I am really grateful that you are here. Let me know if there's any questions that you have, if there's anything that you'd like to share, if there is anything that you'd like to discuss quickly. And otherwise, you can book a session, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 2, where we are going to be talking about how to avoid that biggest mistake that most people make when investing in Forex, the one that usually loses people money, which is a terrible thing and something that I absolutely want to turn around in people's lives so that it doesn't happen as often.
Also, Menno, if they want to follow you on socials.
Yes. So I think that if you'd like to follow us on socials as well, where we also share a lot of really great content. So we'll have some great posts for you with some thought-provoking things, ideas, some strategies, and some general learnings, as well as some fun things, of course. Then those links are also in the chat at the moment. So make sure you copy and paste those before we get to the end so that you can access those. So there's the Facebook, the Instagram, the LinkedIn, there's the YouTube. Wow, I can't remember me doing so many different things, but obviously I must. And that's everybody saying thank you as well. And I really appreciate you joining today. So I will see you all tomorrow. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you then, and have a good night.
Thanks, Menno. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.